Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube universe, what is going on with you on this Sunday evening? It is Sunday, June 18th, 2023, Father's Day, roughly 7 o'clock p.m. California time. I'm, of course, your always gracious host, Fallon from GoNootropics.com. Coming at you with the green tea chairs. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers. Tuning into the Enterprise. Today we are cruising through. Hope you all are having a good day, spending time with your fathers. If you're a father, hopefully you're doing something with your family. This past week and a half, I've been consumed. About a couple weeks ago, I'm looking into this AI thing, right? This artificial intelligence. I'm a little late to the game with looking into this whole artificial intelligence thing. What is going on with artificial intelligence? Is AI going to take our jobs, right? Is AI going to take our jobs at the grocery store? Are we going to have grocers in a year's time? Are we going to have people stocking the shelves in a year's time? Are we going to have programmers in a year's time? Some of you might be younger tuning into these videos. You're thinking about getting into programming, right? What a time to be alive. Here you are. You want to be a programmer, or you want to do something along those lines, or anything nowadays. Now you got to worry about, are these jobs even going to be relevant? In 5 years' time, are we even going to be hiring humans to do some of these jobs in 5 years' time? Programmers, mechanics, some people say, AI is never going to come for my job, right? Mechanics say this, AI is never coming for my job. Programmers say, AI is never going to come for the programmers. So I'm like, you know what? Let's look into this Chat GPT thing, baby. Some of you guys have heard of this Chat GPT. This is, I think you could call it artificial intelligence. I think more specifically, it's a language model, but it is a form of artificial intelligence. And this is the one that, the general public has access to. OpenAI. You can go there right now and check out Chat GPT 3. This is what they've made available to the public. And if they've made that available to the public, what do you think they have that's not available to us at all? I'm like, you know what? Let me log into this interface, and it's basically like you log in and you ask the thing questions. It's like a Google on steroids. You could kind of think of it as Google on steroids. And you could ask it anything, and it will respond to your query. It will respond to your questions. You could ask it anything under the sun. You could ask it for cooking recipes. You could ask, anything you could ask Google. You could ask this Chat GPT interface. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put this to the test. Let me create the world's first Kratom price scraper. The Kratom price scraper, and I built this thing in a week. It's not fully finished yet, but all the features are there. I have very limited programming knowledge. I know basic programming logic, and I was able to build this automated Kratom price scraper that goes out, looks through all the vendors that I've programmed into it, gets their prices, puts it on a website. There's a place you could search for the lowest cost, the highest cost. You could search by strain color, amongst other things. And I built this thing in a week, and it works. It works. It's fully automated. It runs once a day. Automated. And I'm like, I should not be able to build something like this. If I didn't have the Chat GPT, I couldn't build this based on my own programming knowledge. I fed the thing questions. How do you do this? How do you do that? What code do I use for this part of the site? What code do I use for that part of the site? And if I ran into errors, I would copy and paste the errors, and it would fix the code. it would fix the code. And in a week's time, I have this very functional site that goes out, gets the Kratom prices across multiple vendors that I've programmed into it, and then spits it out on the site and gives you some like filtering features, which is like something I should not be able to do with my limited programming knowledge, with my limited skill set. And programming languages like Python, JavaScript, it's got like an Ajax search form. So when you search for things, it doesn't have to reload the page. It just automatically puts your search results onto the website. I should not be able to build something like this. And as I'm working through, building out this site and working through some of the problems, it does not spit out perfect code every time. Sometimes it gives you antiquated code. Sometimes it gives you incorrect results, but just with a little digging and with asking the right questions, that's the thing I noticed, is you got to know how to ask the right questions to this thing, or else it's not going to know what it's going to give you incorrect results or results that you don't want. But I should not be able to build something like this, yet here I was after about a week with this fully functional site that's like useful. And, I'm building it, I'm interacting with the system. This is Chat GPT-3. I'm like, this thing is coming for jobs, baby. This thing is coming for jobs. I could see like entry-level programmers are gonna be gone. Like these customer support people that sit behind a computer and answer chat questions, those people are gonna be gone like very fast. Based on what I saw, just asking a basic question and getting a response from the system, a lot of jobs are gonna be gone. And this is something that I don't know what we're gonna do about. There's some conversation happening about, what are we going to do with all these people that are going to be displaced because of artificial intelligence? Like, what are you going to do with all these people that can't work because AI has taken over? And like these figureheads like Sam Altman, I believe the creator of this open AI system, or at least the CEO, and all these people in the open like AI space, artificial intelligence space, they get asked these questions. They go on these podcasts and people are like, well, what are we going to do about the jobs? And their answers are, well, the jobs, they're just going to change, right? They're just going to change. Society's going to get better. I'm like, really? You think artificial intelligence is going to come in and society is going to get better? No, it's going to get much worse. It's going to get much worse. And then they're talking about, UBI, right? Like paying everybody a certain amount every month because they can't work. They can't get jobs because AI has taken over. So let's just pay everybody the same amount. And they're painting it like this is going to be this utopia, right? Like, everybody gets the same amount of money every single month. Like, what is this starting to sound like, right? When everything is just equalized, what is that starting to sound like? And I'm thinking, how is that even going to work? Let's say we displace 80% of the jobs, 70-80% of the jobs in society, 70 to 80% of people out of work. They're collecting this UBI, right? $2,000 a month, $3,000, whatever it is. It's probably not even going to be the US dollar by that point. It's going to be some like coin, right? It's going to be some like meme coin that you get every month that covers your food. This is where we're headed. At least the way I see it, when I hear artificial intelligence taking over jobs, I don't think of a utopia coming down the pipeline. I think of like poverty. When artificial intelligence displaces all these jobs, and it's like these corporations don't need these large buildings, right? That's the other thing I was thinking of. If artificial intelligence takes over and you don't need human workers anymore, like all these commercial spaces that you see in places like New York City, big cities, what are you going to do with those places? I imagine they're going to convert them into like projects, right? If they could convince the landlord to let the poor people stay there. It's like you convert all these huge commercial skyscrapers into projects. Everybody gets $2,000 a month because they can't work. And these people behind artificial intelligence are painting the future like it's going to be this utopia. It's like, oh, people are going to have all this time for creative projects. Right? People, they're not going to have to work, and they're going to find the true meaning of their life. As if most of the people are creative by nature. You know, the truth is a lot of people don't have an entrepreneurial spirit. They don't have like a creative drive. They don't have like, they're not musicians, artists. It's like they think everyone's just going to start painting, or everybody's just going to start like pursuing creative things, and everything is going to be hunky dory, right? I don't see that coming down the pipeline at all. I see it like the elites, the rich elite are going to see us as like vermin. Like, here are all these people not working. We got to pay these people UBI. We got to pay all these people UBI for doing nothing. These major corporations are going to employ AI so they can get rid of us, so they don't have to pay these fees, right? It's like, what's the purpose of artificial intelligence, implementing that technology in your business, if you still got to pay a lot of money, right? If all the cost savings you get from implementing artificial intelligence has to go to UBI, what's the point? You know, so you really think these businesses, these major corporations are just going to take care of all of us? If they do, it's going to be very minimally. You're going to be making $2,000 a month, probably even less, living in like some type of skyscraper, and you're probably not even going to get cash. You're going to get like credits for food, credits for rent, credits for like utilities and stuff like that, but you're not going to have like any pocket change to go do anything fun. You're going to be living in the projects. You're going to have your like credit system. You go to like, it's going to be like just one major retailer that you got to scan like a code to get into the place. Oh, and this is the utopia, right? This is the utopia. And I could see a future where they just try to exterminate us, right? Here are all these, and this is very much how I believe that the rich see us, like the very super rich, see people like us, see poor people. They see us as vermin. They see us as just like these consumers, which is paradoxical because it's us who buys their products. It's us who have ultimately made them rich. We're the ones buying their products, right? But they really see us down here at this bottom level as vermin. They see us as vermin. They see us as just these people. Oh, now we got to pay these poor people, right? It's like rich people, they don't want to wait. They don't want to wait in line. People like Bill Gates. People like Bill Gates, when he goes to New York City, when rich people are in New York City and they need to go from point A to point B, they hate waiting behind the vermin in traffic, right? It's like they hate going to Chipotle and waiting behind the poor people in line. They hate that. I don't think people realize the disdain that the rich elite have for people like us. They see us as vermin. They have no opinions about us. Just sooner we be dead, right? If they can't capitalize on us for labor, we are worthless to them. So how are people seeing this like utopia, artificial intelligence utopia, when the likely scenario is they exterminate all of us in like a mass mass extermination program, some type of solution, some type of final solution where they exterminate us. That's how I see it. That might be a little off the wall, or that might be a little dark to think about, but when I think of artificial intelligence, I don't think of this utopia where everybody's sitting around collecting social credits and pursuing all these creative pursuits. When you equalize the money across the entire population and everybody gets the same credits, you think you're going to be living in peace? You're going to be living in a project right next to somebody else who makes the same amount as you. There's no option for upward mobility. There's no option to get away from everybody, because you just get what they give you, right? You don't have, your job got taken. Everyone else's job got taken. And you don't have the means to get something else. So you're going to be in the projects. You're going to be in the smart city. You're going to be stacked on top of all the other vermin. And there's going to come a time where the mass extermination program kicks in, baby. That's what I see coming down the pipeline. Maybe that's incorrect. You guys pop off in the comments. What do you guys think? Are the rich, the elite, the owners of artificial intelligence just going to make life very comfortable for all of us? Is that what you see coming down the pipeline with artificial intelligence? Let me know down in the comments, FallonGoNootropics.com. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you very soon. Peace.